Two men are dead after violence erupts at a beach party. Residents feasting at the Pelican Point Coconut Festival. And children in the West on an Easter egg hunt.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, two men are dead, one shot, the other stabbed after an altercation took place at a big beach party. Tonight, police tell us that one individual is now assisting them with their initial investigations. Italia Hall explains.
Over the holiday weekend, police were in full force patrolling the northern Bahamas, visible in all of the key spots, all in an effort to keep the island safe. But tragedy struck on Easter Monday evening at the Xanadu Beach located in South Bahamas. The message went viral on the popular text messaging app called WhatsApp about a stabbing and a shooting incident. Assistant Commissioner of Police and Officer in charge of Grand Bahama, Samuel Butler, says police received a phone call shortly after 7.
Preliminary reports on examination of the scene allowed us to understand that there was a private family party celebrating a birthday for a family member along with friends. We understand that some uninvited guests arrived to the scene and wanted to participate in the social activity there.
He says after that, an argument took place.
One of the aggressors from the uninvited party later produced an instrument and began to use it against the party host and friends. Unfortunately, the aggressor was shot. He was taken to the local hospital here in Grand Bahama, where he was treated. Unfortunately, he did not make it.
The alleged aggressor, who is now deceased, is said to be a man in his early 40s from Pinder's Point, Grand Bahama. ACP Butler says 3 other young men who were hosting the party also sustained stab wounds and other injuries.
They arrived at the hospital in private vehicles, and unfortunately, in that incident, a 31-year-old male has also been pronounced dead. There were 2 other persons who subsequently arrived at the local hospital who were interviewed and also gave an account for being present at the Xanadu Beach, and they also received considerable injuries about the body.
He says police are in the middle of the investigation and they are currently talking with multiple witnesses. He also told the media that the police is in possession of the weapon used on the scene.
I can say to you that the weapon is a properly licensed, registered weapon.
Now, Butler says one of these incidents will be classified as a murder, which will make 4 for the year on Grand Bahama. The other incident will be classified as a homicide.
The homicide is just simply investigating a killing of a human being by another human being. And the murder classification simply, when we recognize at all stakes, it has no level of authority or direction to cause it to happen.
Now, at last report, 1 man was in custody assisting police with their investigations. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Meantime, traffic police on Grand Bahama are issuing an advisory to all road users to exercise caution on the streets at all times. This past Saturday, 3 persons sustained serious injuries in a traffic mishap on Drumfish Street in Carvel Beach. Officer in charge of traffic, Jeremy Henfield, says the 2-car collision included a public bus.
One of those persons being seriously injured, and as a result is now at the Ryan Memorial Hospital in the intensive care unit. We had persons injured from both But the more seriously one is the one from the public bus. He was ejected from the bus as on impact.
Over on the island of Abaco, one man is dead and 2 other persons are in serious condition after a 2-car smash-up yesterday afternoon. According to police, the accident involving a silver 2004 Kia Rio and black Dodge Caleb took place sometime after 3 p.m. on Ernest Dean Highway in the area of Cherokee Road. Chief Superintendent Kevin Mortimer says speed was definitely a factor in that accident.
On arrival, police met 2 vehicles extensively damaged, and several persons were outside the vehicles on the side of the road being attended to by 2 doctors who were passing the area. The persons were transported to the Marshall Medical Facility, and where 3 of them were airlifted to New Providence for further medical attention. Unfortunately, sometime shortly after 10 p.m. last night, one of the persons was expired and met his demise. As a result, the 2 other persons are still in serious condition but stable, and the other 2 persons involved were discharged. So a total of 5 persons were involved in the accident total.
2 other persons were injured in that traffic mishap. They were taken to the Marsh Harbor Clinic, treated, and discharged. In light of these incidents, police are encouraging drivers to pay attention to the speed limit and drive with due care and attention at all times. Investigations are continuing. The Barry and Ashina Johnson murder trial was expected to resume in the Supreme Court today, but that did not happen. The case is now expected to resume on April 9th. The trial has been ongoing now since September of last year. The Crown closed its case on March 3rd after calling some 24 witnesses. Barry and Ashina Johnson were shot and killed at their home in Holmes Rock in September 2015. Paul Belizaire, Devon Hall, and Kevin Dames are all accused of 2 counts of murder, 1 count of armed robbery, and robbing the Johnsons of their car keys and their GMC truck valued at over $8,000. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues in just a moment.